Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. This morning I am taking you guys through my productive homeschool mom morning routine, and I want to thank World Watch News for partnering with me on today's video. So everything you guys have seen by evidence of the timestamps that I put on the video, as well as my phone and whatnot, has happened before this point. So I just finished getting ready, finishing my cup of decaf, and the kids generally start waking up on their own sometime between 7 and 7:30. My girls take longer to get ready, so I really prefer them to wake up more towards 7, and then my boys will sometimes sleep until like 7:30 and they're still ready to go. So once they are awake, which is currently, they will get themselves ready for the day, getting dressed, deodorant, teeth, hair, all that stuff. And then they will go downstairs, they will make their breakfast. During the school week, I have found that everyone does better when they make their own individual breakfast. That way they're not waiting on me to make something, and also they can choose what they want to have. And it's just another opportunity for them to gain experience and practice in the kitchen. So they all do their own breakfast. And then in the mornings, everyone has a singular chore to do. Now that doesn't include making their bed. That is a part of the morning routine. Everyone makes their bed every day, including me. But they all have a different chore. And so we do our chores in the morning before school starts. I have found that after school, my kids' motivation to accomplish things is generally quite diminished. So I prefer them to get their chores done in the morning. Now, I have made several videos with chores in them, and I have also a free chore list idea, or a chore idea list on my website, which is always linked in the description box. My kids are older, so they're definitely capable of doing more, and they also are paid to do additional things. So every morning it looks a little bit different, but they are all doing something different. And today is Thursday when I am filming this, so I will try to show you guys little clips of what they're doing, so different spots of the house being touched all throughout the week, not only by them but also by me. But it just helps keep our home nice and a nice place to be, since we are a homeschooling family and we spend a lot of time at home. So once they're done with that, then we will generally start our school day between 8:30 and 8:45. With older kids, it is important to get going for us in the mornings, because the afternoons, some of them have jobs, some of them have places to be, and so we have a need to begin our day, not aggressively fast, but just, at a decent start time. So I think it's what time is it? It is 7:45 right now. So I'm already ready for the day, as you guys can see. Now, I will generally get myself ready in some way, even if I am wearing workout clothes because I'm going to work out, or if I have worked out in the morning. Sometimes I do that too. It just really depends on the day. But today is a rest day for me. I am not working out. And so I got myself all the way ready because I have work to do this afternoon. So that is not a part of my morning routine. But if you're wondering, do I get ready hair and makeup every day? No, but I do generally do a 5-minute makeup with the products that I showed you from Merit. That's what they're kind of known for, and it's awesome. It's just very natural, but it just gives you a little something, and I feel more put together. But today I am dressed in something other than workout clothes, just a t-shirt and some jeans, and my hair thankfully holds curl really well. So if you're oh, she didn't take a shower in the morning, no, I shower at night unless I've gone to the gym bright and early at 6 a.m. Which I do sometimes during the week, just not every day, because sleeping is also important. But my hair, I can blow dry it the night before and then just throw a couple of curls in it and it's good to go. So that's what I did last night. I washed my hair, I showered and blow dried it and then went to bed. And then this morning I just threw some curls in it. So that is that. So that is the beginning of our day. This is how it starts pretty much every day, unless, like I said, I've gone to the gym. If I am going to the gym in the morning, which I try to do 1 to 2 times a week during our school week, a early morning workout, usually on days where extracurriculars start a lot sooner, like around the 4 o'clock time frame, that's when I'll go and do that. So that I don't have to try to like squeeze it in after school and feel stressed about it. When I do that, I still do the whole same routine. It's just I will come home and hop in the shower, and you know, depending on time will depend on, you know, if I do anything with my hair or if I just throw it up in a bun. So that's a little bit of a variation, but I'm gonna bring you guys along as we continue through our morning as a homeschooling family with older kids. Say good morning. Good morning. So like I already told you guys, today's morning routine is sponsored by World Watch News, and I am so thankful to be partnered up with World Watch News to spread the word and tell you guys about World Watch and the importance of integrating that into your homes. Even if you are not a homeschooling family, you should absolutely be talking about the current world events and different topics with your children, and World Watch News is such an amazing resource to facilitate those conversations. So if you guys haven't heard about World Watch, which is probably hard to believe because I've shared them in so many of my videos, because we start our school mornings with World Watch News every single day. We do not miss an episode, and if we miss one, then my kids are always wanting to go back and watch the ones that we miss. But if you haven't heard about them, they are a Christian news segment, about 10 minutes, made for kids and teens, and honestly adults. They do a perfect combination of actual things happening in our world with fun segments and opening our kids' minds to different parts of the world, different areas of the world, different trials and difficulties that people around the world are facing, and they combine that all with feel-good segments, historical segments, fun things that are just like fun facts and things like that your kids will love. And they package that all up in a wonderfully professionally done 10-minute segment that you can watch from your iPad, your TV, the website, so many different ways to access World Watch. So right now I have an incredible offer from the World Watch News team, and I have to tell you guys, it's going to expire in about 3 days from the point I'm looking at the calendar, 4 days from when you guys see this. So you have to take advantage of it now. If you click the link down in the description box and you enter in my code Ashley4, that is going to give you 4 months free with World Watch News. So that is a quarter of the year for free, where you can watch, you can check it out, you can get a feel for what they offer and see how much value it's adding into your homeschool and in your mornings with your families. So when you enter in the code, it's going to give you a 7-day free trial, which will automatically roll into that 4 months for free. So don't worry if you're like, oh, it didn't say anything. That is what it's going to do. I've heard back from many of you guys who have used it that you were a little confused on that part. So I wanted to clarify that for you guys. But yes, 4 days from now, the code expires at the end of September. So if you haven't, click it, get the trial, put in my code, and you guys will love it. Love it, love it, love it. I am so thankful for World Watch News. Finding something daily that is current world events from a biblical perspective is basically, there's nothing else out there like it. And so I'm so thankful to World Watch News, and they add so much value and so much goodness into our homeschool mornings together for my senior and myself, all the way down to my daughter in the 7th grade. I always get asked as well, like, what ages? And I think really there's no time too soon to start, you know, letting your kids know what's going on in the world. But a lot of like the more, I don't know, some of it might go over a really young kid's head. So I would say 2nd, 3rd grade is probably a great time to start introducing these, introducing current events and discussing things. And I just think that it adds so much value in it, and it keeps your kids feeling informed and able to engage in conversation. When grandparents bring things up or they hear something in passing, they actually have, you know, facts and information to be able to have those conversations. So World Watch News is incredible. 4 days till that offer expires. So grab it now if you haven't already. And thank you, World Watch, for being a part of our mornings and sponsoring this portion of this morning routine. So like I already told you guys, World Watch News is a part of our morning time where we start our homeschool days downstairs. And I think pretty much everyone is familiar with Morning Basket, but I wanted to share with you guys what we're doing this year for our morning time, especially as I've had to be really mindful of how long we're spending, so my older kids have time to work on their college classes, which are a little bit more demanding. So the first thing that we do every day is we start with World Watch News. We watch it from a laptop right here at the table. After that, everyone moves into their daily gratitude journals, just beginning the day thinking about a couple of things that they're thankful for and a couple of things that they can do to bless other people. I'm gonna say a little thing here. There'll be something coming from me in the future with regards to this. After that, we go on to a family Bible study. Currently, we are working through A Content Heart, which I link the website where I get these down below as well. This will change throughout the year. These are just tiny little booklets. They don't take all year to get through, and I have other things ready to go once we complete these, but they do their daily Bible study. Then after that, I will read to them from a couple of different books that I work through in kind of a rotation. That's the benefit of Morning Basket, is you can bring in a bunch, not a bunch, but a handful of resources and work through them on different days of the week and kind of like in a rotation type format. So currently, and for today, we're going to be reading about instincts in this book that I got from Master Books. I really, really like this. This is for older kids. It's a little bit more complex to understand. So I love finding fun resources like this that are just really cool, but also not too elementary for older kids. So I'm going to read from this, and then I'm going to read about a chapter, depending on how long it is in this book, When People Are Big and God is Small. After that, we will go ahead and pray together, and then everyone will move on to their independent subjects. Now that's what we're going to be going through today. For example, yesterday I read from this book, World Religions and Cults from Master Books. And the day before, I read a chapter in our missionary series, Isabel Kuhn. I read that. And then tomorrow for Fridays, I add in this book called Meet the Skeptic. And so I have a bit of a rotation going. The other thing I forgot to mention is that we have a memory verse that we focus on every week. This week we're focusing on Psalm 34:10. So that is how we start our homeschool days down here at, like I said, 8:30 to 8:45. Today is going to be an 8:45 start day. And that's okay. It's like I shoot for 8:30, but I have grace till about 8:45. After 8:45, then I'm like, all right, come on, what is taking so long? So things happen, and so yeah, that is what we're doing for morning time, and World Watch News is always a part of that. So right now, I'm all ready. Both of my boys are all ready. They've started, you saw one of them started their laundry. Each day of the week, someone has their laundry day, so that way we're not all fighting for the washing machine on the same day. And so they're all ready. My youngest is finishing up her chore today, which was unloading the dishwasher and loading the dishwasher. What else, Liv?
That's it.
That's it for today. And then my oldest daughter is going to be steam mopping our downstairs once she is done taking care of a few things. So that is what everyone did today. So I told you guys I would give you a little chore recap. So my older son vacuumed down here, obviously, so that my daughter could mop. You have to vacuum before you mop. My younger son vacuumed the upstairs tile floors, which is in our bathrooms and laundry room, and then he mopped them. My youngest daughter is unloading the dishwasher and will load it up from the breakfast dishes, and then my oldest daughter will mop down here. So that is like everything that's been touched for Thursday. While I'm waiting on her to get started, and this usually happens, like we're always just kind of waiting for one person. It's very rare that everyone is simultaneously ready, and that's like at the same time, and that's just the truth of the matter. So while she is mopping, I'm gonna go ahead and feed my sourdough starter. That's another thing that I try to do in the morning. And another thing is that I always make sure I take out the meat that I'm gonna be using for dinner. I'm actually gonna make homemade lasagna tonight and bring it over to my brother's house. So I already have the meat thawed for that. So I don't need to do that this morning, but I usually do. All the while this morning, you guys probably saw that while I was having breakfast, I was communicating with my virtual assistant. She lives on the East Coast, and we have been working on some things together. So I was answering her, and then I was also checking my emails and clearing that out, and then I was taking the time to reply to a few things that were at the top of my direct messages on Instagram and things like that. So I just try to take a couple minutes here and there to do some work things, but that's it. The other thing I wanted to tell you guys is that I will read my daily Bible reading while my kids are doing their Bible studies. I have found that I am much more awake, much more alert, much more able to retain when I am not trying to like read my Bible like in the morning when I go outside and have my coffee. I know some people really like to do that like instantly when they wake up, but that just doesn't work for me. So I have been reading my daily Bible reading. I'm reading the Bible in a year, the entire thing, and it's probably going to take me a little bit longer than a year, but that doesn't matter. It's just, reading daily. So that is that's another thing that I wanted to mention that I do when we start their morning Bible studies after World Watch News. So I think that I've explained pretty much everything I wanted to touch on with you guys. Here she is to Mom. So I'm gonna feed my sourdough starter now.
Celebrate each other, stand united as one. We lift our hands up and pray. lay all our love before him with all of our faith. He is the change within us, there is a light. Let him lead the way, lift our hands up and pray today. Oh, pray.
September 19th, and this is World Watch. Ambulances raced through the streets of Lebanon on Tuesday, and people gathered to donate blood.
Are requiring students at publicly funded colleges to take U.S. civics. That's the study of citizens' rights and responsibilities, and is already required at high schools in most states. But surveys show a third of American adults can't name the three branches of U.S.
A bit in the skull and strike the skull.
It's Tua's third concussion in 2 years.
Once you have a concussion like Tua had, it makes it more likely that you will have subsequent concussions.
That was a doctor, but plenty who aren't trained chimed in, telling Tua to quit. Fear of God's creation? Check out this feature in our archive.
Do newborns know that they need to eat? This is fitting for seeing Lolo. Have you ever felt hunger? The fact that experiences of the fear of man share at least one common feature. People are big. They have grown to idolatrous proportions in our lives. They control us. Since there is no room in our hearts to worship both God and people, whenever for your word this morning, we thank you for the reminders of how great and holy you are, and that those are not just characteristics of you, but who you are in essence. And I pray that that deep truth would transform the way that we think about you, that instead of comparing you to humanness and to us, that we would recognize that there just is no comparison. There's no way to fully describe and even fully understand who you are. All right, it is about 9:45 now, and we finished up morning time for today. So every morning, this is when the kids will grab a snack if they need one. The teenage boys always need one. And then everyone will start on their upstairs school subjects. And that will carry us all the way up until lunchtime. So this is kind of like the routine. They grab a snack. I'll sit down here with my younger daughter. Everybody else goes upstairs. They get going, and that is where they will be until we are done with our school day. So that's gonna be it for this morning routine, you guys. I hope you enjoyed coming along for a morning in our homeschool, what it typically would look like. Make sure you guys take advantage of the 4-month free offer with World Watch News with my code Ashley4. It expires in 4 days, so grab it now while you can. It's an amazing offer to get a quarter of a year for free with World Watch. They are so incredible and such a blessing. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave any questions or comments down below that you guys have. Give this video a thumbs up before you click out of it. It's a free way to support my channel so that I can keep sharing homeschooling content with you guys, and lets YouTube know that you actually want to see videos like this. So thank you so much, and I will see you guys again.